Hi, I'm Paul Salmon. I'm a psychic medium. My guest today is Linda Oldham. Hello, Linda.
Hello, Tim.
And you're a fellow. How do you describe yourself? Psychic medium, spiritualist medium? Medium
Yes.
and spiritual healer.
Yeah. Free spirit.
Two free spirits for the price of one.
Yes.
Lovely to see you. Now, we first
you.
met when I worked at your, on Facebook, didn't we?
Yes.
Then you invited me kindly
Yes.
to work at your Linda Oldham Centre
Yes.
in Colchester.
Yes.
But I wanted to go back before that to at your beginning.
Mm-hmm.
How did it all begin? Because I believe you was raised spiritually as a child.
Mm.
Tell me about this bit.
I wasn't raised, well, spirit raised me, I suppose. But I was seeing spirit faces in my curtains,
Mm-hmm.
and I took great comfort from that. But I wasn't aware of what it was, and only now when I look back on it as I'm older. But it was when they came through the wall that frightened me and switched me off completely.
So
really.
did you actually saw spirit people or children?
People, adults.
Adults?
Yeah, an adult coming through the wall. It was...
That's a bit daunting, wasn't it?
It was.
Can you remember these adults or what they looked like?
No, it was just one. And no, it wasn't even... I could not see a face. It was just... all I can say, it was something that came through the wall, and it was... I was under the covers. That was me done.
So you don't know if it was your granddad or some relation?
Didn't recognise. No, there was no real face. It was just, I knew it was something. You know, if something comes through your wall, that's not natural, is it?
Right. No. So did it make communication with you, or not really?
I was under the covers.
You were under the covers.
That was me. But after that, I was still seeing them in the curtains, but I didn't relate the two. So it was more gentler being in the curtains, I think.
So when you say the curtain, is it like I'd look at a face in the clouds, or is it totally different?
Yes, it's similar to that. It's the imagination, isn't it? As you know, it comes in on that, doesn't it?
But as the imagination, did you have an invisible friend, or was it a spiritual friend?
I did. I've been told that I used to talk. I used to have two friends, and I used to talk to them. And my mum has told me I used to have tea parties with them, and so I don't actually remember that part, but I do remember the curtains and the faces, and also seeing the atmosphere as well, like energy as well.
You?
But not only realising what I'm saw then and now, as I'm more spiritually grown, I suppose.
I suppose, like you, like many other mediums, looking back, it's like natural at the time, isn't it?
Yes.
Maybe you think everyone else does it.
Yes, and being a child as well.
Yeah.
But nobody else in my family has the abilities that I have.
So where do you think it came from, your abilities?
My nan, I think. Not that I knew her very well. I only saw her a few times before she passed. I do remember her feeding the chickens. So, and she passed to cancer. But I do know she works close with me.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So but she didn't necessarily work as a medium.
No.
But she draws close to you.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So
I think it's all used to be all behind closed doors those days.
Oh, it did in those days, didn't it? Before my time, though, Linda. I say that. And before your time.
Yes, definitely.
Now, going from there, I read about crystals on your website.
Yes.
That was some sort of influence on your life,
yes.
I believe.
Yes.
How did that manifest itself?
Well, as I've got older, and I decided to make some changes in my life, I met somebody who a very spiritual person who'd done healing with the hands, and she introduced me to the pendulum. So that actually give me a taste for the spiritual road, I suppose. But it was the fact that somebody told me I was a white witch, and I had to look into what that meant. And when I did in the bookshop, I never found any books on that, but I found a book on crystals that almost threw itself at me.
Really?
So, and I always saw crystals as pebbles at that time, so I was very naive with it all. And I read the book. It's only a small book. I took it home, and thought, I'm going to have a go at this. So I went out and got the crystals, it said. The lady actually said, have fun with your chakras. And I thought, whatever is a chakra?
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, when I got home and I had peace and quiet, there's nobody around, I laid on my bedroom floor and I put the crystals that I needed to on my chakras, but also two below my feet and two above my head.
Right, okay.
And then I'm looking at the book and it says I've got to lay there with my eyes closed and imagine the floor opening up and a ball will bounce on my chakras. So I thought, okay, so I'm lay there, and my logic is I'm in my bedroom, so how can the floor open up? I've got to go then down to the lounge below before the ground to open up. So my logic was coming in.
Yeah.
So anyway, I closed my eyes and done what you said, and the floor did open up.
Did it?
It did, and this ball came up. It was about that size, this ball, and it bounced and it went up and down my legs and into some of my chakras. And I thought, oh, it's not supposed to be doing my legs. And I even tried to direct it. I remember that strongly. And I thought afterwards, how did I think I could direct that? Anyway, it went up and down. It went up and down my arms and my top part of my body. And then all of a sudden, and my eyes are closed, there's light. It's brilliant light. And I thought, I think my third eye is open. So then I'd done a few more things in my head, and then I thought, I wonder when I'll know this is finished. So my eyes popped open, and I couldn't open my eyes before that. My eyes popped open, and I thought, oh, I really like that. I want some more of that. So I closed my eyes, and nothing else happened. But that was the start of my journey.
Good grief. Have you still got the book?
Yes, I have.
Could I have a loan?
Yes, yes, I will.
So I've never worked with crystals.
Yeah, no, they're wonderful. After that, I became, because I was then buying lots and lots of crystals because they were amazing, some of the things I could do with them and the healing that was going on. And then I thought I need to, and I was healing through intuition then, still very green behind the ears in a way, not knowing. And then somebody said to me, I'm going on a course in Norwich, a year's course, would you like to come and share in the petrol money? So I said, yeah, all right. So then I got my degree, I got qualifications in it.
So I don't usually like asking, well, I still don't ask a lady's age.
Yes.
But between, what age are you about this time with crystals and all this stuff?
I'm going back about maybe 9 years, 8 years.
Oh, is that all?
Yes.
So there's quite a gap between the childhood.
Oh, yes,
and
yes. I made many mistakes before that. Well, I'm still making them, really.
Are you?
Yeah. But, well, we all do, don't we?
Do we? No, I'm sure we do. But,
I'm just a bit indifferent, I think. So.
Oh, right. So then you began to take it seriously from about that age?
Yeah, absolutely. It's when my awakening, my spiritual awakening, because I'd closed it off when I was younger.
Yeah.
I think if they'd have been a bit more tactful with me, it might have been a bit different.
So, I mean, that crystal awakening must have been a huge moment of your life.
It was.
So did you find yourself going on workshops and?
Well, as I say, I'd done that course, and then while I was on the course, I thought, well, I'm doing healing on people. I need to actually get some sort of insurance. It was with friends and that, but I wanted to push this further. So then I got my Reiki 1.
Well, you've come a long way in 9 years, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Shall I just read out a list?
Yes, you can.
Because usually, folks, as you know, I don't like to take notes or anything,
No.
but I've got two with you.
Yes.
And you've brought me one of your leaflets.
Yes.
And I'm going to read this out because, yes, you're a medium, spiritual healer, teacher. You do Reiki and angel Reiki.
Yes.
You're a clinical practitioner, which isn't easy for me to say sometimes. You do hypnotherapy.
Yeah.
Advanced hypnoanalysis.
Yes. Yeah.
Hypnopsychotherapist.
Yeah.
You do past life regression.
Yes. Symbodynamics.
I'm glad you said that one, Linda. And emotional freedom techniques, EFT, which I've heard of.
EFT is fantastic. stick
and
that
you're a
one.
heart process practitioner,
Yeah.
along with crystal therapy.
Yes.
Now, I've got to pick out a couple of these.
Okay.
What is angel Reiki? Because I've heard of Reiki,
Yes.
and we've had guests telling us about Reiki in the past,
Yes.
but I've never heard of angel Reiki.
Angel Reiki is you're attuned with the angels,
Uh-huh.
so you're using angel symbols, that's all, and it's a lot gentler
Is it?
than the normal Reiki, yeah.
So if I was a patient of yours, lying, which I believe we lie or sit there,
And sit.
when you do your Reiki,
Yes.
would I notice any difference myself as a patient?
Yes, you could do, yes. If you compare them. But then I'd say, my opinion, it's gentler because you're working with the angels. So to me, it's gentler. But if you was having any sort of healing, each time it would feel different anyway. So you could try and compare, but then each time you have a healing, it's different. It can be different.
Okay.
So, yes. So I don't know whether you would.
No, I'd have to sample both, I expect,
Yes,
to know the difference myself.
Yes.
So do you actually feel angels coming in?
Yes, I feel my intention is to be working with the angels at that time.
Yeah.
So I use their symbols that I've been attuned with, the same as the other Reiki.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just use the symbols that you've been used with.
Mhm.
But for me, with my healing that I do, that where I'm the channel, and they just use me in whatever way they want.
I love that word intention. I'm glad you use that because that opens up a lot, doesn't
Absolutely,
it? So even if you can't, maybe on occasion where you can't, I'm not saying you can't, but if you can't feel the angels, you've opened up, and that intention is allowing them to work through you, isn't it?
If somebody asks for angel Reiki, then I will give angel Reiki.
Yeah.
If they come to me with problems and they want me to help them, then I ask the universe to help me, my guides, my loved ones, and they'll bring with all my abilities. There's no set pattern. They'll use what they feel I need to be using, so it comes in that way.
Yeah.
So,
you know, going back to your crystals, you put them on each of your.
chakras. Yeah.
Is that how you work with others? Do you lay crystals on patients or clients?
Yes,
you do.
Yes, and I cleanse the aura, and I sort out any leaks that's there because people can have leaks from injuries. So
Can they?
yes, so I put crystals where they need to be. I cleanse the aura. I get the chakras working properly, and sometimes those chakras are not working because of it. They go right out to the aura and further out. So you're having to cut away a lot of stuff, negative stuff, and then afterwards I cleanse. Yes, I cleanse all the aura. Then I connect them with the universal energy. So
I'll have to come and see you and have some of it myself.
It's quite beautiful. People do leave, and they leave. I mean, people come for an MOT really, maybe once a year or twice a year.
When you say they leave, what, physically or mentally?
No, they leave, but they come back for an MOT. But they leave feeling really good. But they like to have a top up, maybe once a year or twice a year, or if something's happened and they're feeling a bit unbalanced, because that's how they feel, it's unbalanced. Then you're balancing them up again.
Sounds good to me, Linda.
Yes.
What I don't think on here, I didn't read it out, is that you do psychic surgery as well.
Yes, I do psychic surgery.
Tell me a little bit about psychic surgery.
So for me, psychic surgery is how they work with me is that I just open up the etheric and I laser. I'm saying they, spirit, my guides, my loved ones.
You said etheric. Now, there'll be people out there who don't know what the etheric. Can you briefly mention what the etheric is?
Right. Well, we're not solids. We see each other as solid, but we're not. We're atoms that are turning, and the etheric is like this part, because you've got several bodies that come out, but the etheric is the closest you'll get to what you see as your skin.
Okay.
So
we talk about an etheric body.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is over our underneath and over.
The etheric body is it's so close to your skin.
Right. Okay.
So that's the etheric body, and it's part of the aura.
Yeah.
Because then you've got other parts.
Because I have felt the etheric body.
Yeah.
I can't see it.
It's blue.
It's
blue.
Can you see it?
Yes, you can.
I've never seen. Oh, I've seen the outline.
Yes, yeah. Especially if you've got black behind you or white.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Then you can see somebody's etheric
But I've
body.
not really looked into it, but I can feel it when I do healing.
Yes,
so.
yeah.
Okay.
So what I do, it seems to me that I'm opening up the etheric, and then I laser.
You what?
I laser, because they laser through my fingers.
When you say they, who do you mean?
Spirit guides, my
spirit
guides.
Okay.
Guides, yeah. I just say they, but
That's all right, yeah.
So a laser through my fingers. I can do it with my eyes as well. Laser through my eyes, and also my chakras as well. But I seem to be. Well, it depends what somebody's come to me for, and I really don't know what I'm doing. Only that's what it seems I'm doing. But sometimes, if it's in the tummy here, it's like I'm moving things around. So my hands are just doing things. I'm the puppet.
You're an instrument
Yes.
for your spirit guides to work through you.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you actually see body parts or etheric parts moving around?
I have done in the past.
Have you?
Yeah. They don't always give that to me, but sometimes.
Yeah.
When I first started out with the crystals, I was doing some healing on somebody, and I could actually see in the neck. I could see all he had asthma, and I could see all that, the blockage that was there. So, and that was my first time. So I think Spirit were allowing me to see, so they knew, so I could see what there was ahead if I wanted to go down.
How did you feel at that time, seeing that for the first time?
I love it.
Did you?
I do. I love it. I love it. I love all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes.
I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I want to move on now. But you are a medium.
I am.
And I had the honour of watching you work.
Yes.
Being in the congregation, you gave me a very good message.
Thank you.
And I won't go into that here, that's personal. But I love the manner, how you work. You come over as being very gentle.
Yes.
And, with your smooth voice and gentle tones.
Yes.
But we know quite a bit about mediumship on this show, so I want to go a bit further now.
Right, okay.
How did your Oldham Centre begin?
Right.
Because this is in Colchester, isn't it?
Yes, it's Stanway, Colchester, near Colchester. I'm just trying to think back how it is. I went to somewhere in Grays, I think it was, and I saw somebody else's centre, and I thought that's a really good idea. So and that's the only, I don't even know why I started. I get my messages from Spirit, feeling, sensing. So if I feel I should be in a certain area or doing a certain thing, I do it. I don't really question it. And as you know, we want to help people. And that's very much my nature, to help people. So I thought, right, I really would like to do this. So I went to the Bellevue in Colchester first of all, and so I had my first evening there, and the parking wasn't very good, and we had so many people that I thought I've got to find another venue. So it took me a couple of weeks, a couple of months, because it's on a monthly basis. So we were there a couple of months, and then I found Stanway Village Hall, which is amazing.
It's huge.
Yes, yeah.
Because I came along, not even meeting you, but we met, like I said, we met on Facebook.
Yeah.
So there's good things to be said about Facebook.
Oh, yes.
On the whole.
Yes.
And I brought a friend, and I thought I might be 20 or so people. There's
Yes.
90 odd. I couldn't believe it.
I know.
And so Spirit's working somewhere, aren't they,
Yes.
for you to manifest all these people.
Yes.
And you have, it's like a mini mind-body spirit.
That's right.
Going on at the same time, or
that's
afterwards and
correct.
before, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And,
So what happens is we have free readings and free healings. people pay £3 to get in, and we try and encourage them to buy a raffle ticket as well, because the stall holders that we have, and I can have up to 13 stall holders, they actually give the raffle prize. So that allows those ones that are not, or just starting out, or and I try and encourage what people have made themselves to try and sell. So that gives them the opportunity to put themselves out there and have a lovely evening as well. So they give the raffle prize. We encourage people, because then they're networking with the raffle prize as well. As I say, free readings and the free healings. Teas and coffees are donation. Cakes, we try and get people to make homemade cakes for it, and we do that as a prize as well. And then we have the mediumship for about an hour and 15 minutes, and it's very loose. It's not serious. It needs to be fun. So to me, it's helping so many people. It's encouraging people to come, and also I like to bring in mediums that are just starting out as well.
Well, that's
so
good.
I try and vary that. So also the people can see the different areas, because we all work differently, don't we? So
how do you work as a medium then, Linda?
in what way?
Well, do you hear? Do you just see? Do you feel?
I think I have lots of senses that come in. I see with my third eye. I don't actually see people that are in spirit. They don't do that to me now, and I think that's because I blocked myself off when I was a youngster.
Really?
So,
Okay.
I feel that. But I sense, and I feel. They bring me my own experiences in as well.
You're an all-rounder.
I sense, yes, I am really, because and they'll give me words if they want to give me a word. They'll show me the word, or if I've got somebody there with blonde hair, they'll show me my hair.
Yeah.
So
it's all related.
Yes, it's all, and I believe they've been training me all my life. And as they have done you, and every medium around, and they use your own experiences and your own ways, your own what you see, what you feel, what you sense. So they're using everything to get that message across.
Excellent.
So,
Tell me about the voluntary work you do.
The voluntary. I work in the hospice at St Helena Hospice. I am having a little rest at the moment, but I was there for 3 years.
Oh yeah.
And I do massage there and guided relaxation. Yes, and I do referrals, or I did referrals on a Tuesday morning, and then I work the ward in the afternoon. And such a pleasure to be able to help these people. The people that come in to me on referrals, they're terminally ill, but they're on the pathway. So this helps with relaxation for them. Yeah, that's all I can say. And it's such a pleasure to be able to help these people. And then when I'm round the bedside, they're the ones, they're not always going to pass over to spirit then. Sometimes they're there for blood transfusions, their diets, medication. So they're there for many reasons, not just to pass.
But I expect that must help your mediumship as well, in a way. Working with people and connecting with people and
no, because we're not allowed. I have to be as switched off as I can there, because we're actually not allowed to go in with those thoughts.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm not suggesting you work at the
right
voluntary work doing mediumship, but I just meant working with people makes you more sensitive as well.
No, because I've switched off. I know I can't do it, so I switch off from that. But the love that I have for these people, And as you know, the mediumship comes from love. But with my mediumship, I'm either working or I'm not working. So where I'm doing massage, I'm doing massage, but I'm passing love through to that person.
It's all on, what I mean is, as well, another way of looking at it, it's on the love vibration.
Love vibration, that's right.
But like a triangle.
Yes.
I don't want to get too technical.
No. But no, I just have, it's just the love that comes through, that I'm passing my love, which creates a healing, isn't it?
And I've heard many mediums say it's all about love anyway.
Yes, it is.
Like our loved ones comes back on that love vibration.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What have you got coming up? What's the future hold? What's the next couple of years hold for Linda Oldham?
I'm really guided by spirit now. I sort of lay back and let them decide. I don't put myself forward too much, and they look after me for survival on the earth plane. It is helping people. It's doing my best I can for people with all the knowledge that I have. I have spoke to you earlier about a house move, and if that comes through and that works, and I feel that's spiritually meant, then that will be a retreat for people. And it's around water, so it will be absolutely wonderful.
So it does sound ideal.
It does.
What you told me earlier on.
Yes.
But we won't go into it because we are. That's for later on.
Absolutely.
But
what's meant is meant.
So you're looking into that.
And yes, absolutely. But also workshops are coming up as well, and that will be done at the centre, at my centre, at the same venue. Just in smaller, because they do smaller areas.
Before we go, tell us what workshops you're giving, what's coming up.
What workshops I do. The workshop that I've got coming up is helping people to read the cards, but intuitively.
We talk about angel cards, tarot cards.
Yes, but intuitively, because that's how I work. And I just say, throw the books away.
I was going to ask you, do you throw the book away?
Yes, I do.
I've done that.
Throw the books away, because that's somebody else's interpretation. You could read it and take in what you feel that is right for you, but then throw the books away, because use your intuition, because that's spirit working through you. I do development circles as well as a workshop now, more than once a week. I find that more beneficial to people. EFT, I do that as a workshop as well, which is that is one of my EFT is one of my favourite what I would say therapies, and that really clears a lot of stuff for people.
Is that the touching?
It's the tapping.
That's all I know is you tap yourself.
It's tapping the meridian lines.
Is it?
Yeah. When I teach it, it's so that you can do it on family and yourself. And if you do it regularly, then it does clear a lot from yourself.
Does it?
It's amazing. Absolutely.
That's another thing I have to look into, you see.
Yes, yeah, do, because it is amazing therapy.
I don't know where you find the time for all this, Linda. Linda, I mean, time's run out for us now at the moment. Thanks for being my guest.
You're most welcome.
And if you want to know more about Linda, either Google Linda Oldham, or what is your website?
It's I'm trying to see it. Linda at lovetherapylounge.com. So it's LA Therapy Lounge.
Just Google Linda Oldham.
I would.
Or failing that, if you wish to get in touch with Linda, contact me here at Eternal Spirit. Thanks again, Linda.
You're most welcome.
It's nice knowing more about you. And see you again. Cheerio.
Thank you. Bye.